Welcome back to the Lord's channel, family. I pray all is well. I pray everyone is having a wonderful, blessed Wednesday. I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for just taking the time out to stop by, just to listen in on what the Lord is speaking at this particular time in our lives. So, y'all come on in and have a seat so y'all can get this word that the Lord has been pressing on my spirit. I woke up with him speaking something else to me. I thought that's what I was going to be actually talking about in this message, but after reading my word this morning and allowing him to minister to me, he took me in a completely different direction. But on yesterday I mentioned the idea of the Lord allowing me to know that this would be the year of authenticity, meaning that this would be the year that only the things that are authentic, the things that are true, the things that are real and genuine, those are going to be the only things that are going to be able to stand, in the present times that we're living in right now. So it didn't surprise me that the Lord would take me in a totally different direction in this message, where I'm about to go with what I'm about to speak on right now. But I always want to thank the Lord for each and every message, each and every revelation, every vision, everything that he shares with me and allow me to come and share it with you guys as well. I'm very thankful and always grateful to him for that. So let's all get ready to dive directly into what the Lord is speaking and in what the Lord is wanting us to know at this particular time. So if you have your Bibles, family, come along with me over to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, and I am going to be reading chapter, it's going to be in chapter 29, and I'm going to be reading verse 13. So that's Jeremiah 29:13, and it reads, "And ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart." I'm going to read it once more. "And ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart." That is the word, family. So after I did my reading this morning, the Lord led me to Jeremiah 29:13 in my daily reading. And it weighed so heavily down in my spirit, and the Lord unctioned me to come on and to speak on this subject and topic this morning. So in my reading of Jeremiah 29:13, the Lord began to pose a question to me. And what the Lord is wanting to know, family, are we giving him our whole hearts? Are we giving him our whole hearts? Have we given all of our heart to him? Have we given our whole heart to him? Because in us giving him our entire hearts, family, that is where we're going to find him. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to sit down and do an inventory on our hearts. We're going to have to sit down and begin to dissect and filter out and weed out the things that rest in our hearts that are not of God, that are not of him. Because what the Lord began to remind me of, family, is, our heart is the core of our bodies. Everything filters through our hearts. So when you give your whole heart to something, you're giving your entire being, your entire self to that thing, whatever you have given your whole heart to. And I want all of you all to take a moment out and to think on something that you gave your whole heart to. And as you think about this particular thing, think about the way that you acted. Think about the way that you behaved when you gave that thing or whatever it was your whole entire heart. And that is going to allow you to see what the Lord is trying to get us to see in what he's requiring from us and what it is that we need to be given to him. The Lord is wanting us to be sold out completely for him. Because when we sell out our whole selves for him, that is where we're going to find him. I can use this for an example. We can run for the world. We can do all the dances for the world. We can go very hard for the things in the world. But what we got to do, family, we got to sit down and ask ourselves this question. Have I went hard for God the same way in which I have went hard in the world? And to be honest with you guys, we need to go even harder than when we were in the world. We need to go harder, even harder for God, because God is where we're going to spend eternity with. He's the person that we're going to spend eternity with, not the world. So you got to ask yourself, wherever I'm spending my eternity at, that's where I need to be going hard at. That's what I need to be going hard for, not the world. Because the world has nothing to give at the end. But God has everything to give us at the end. So why not go hard for him? So family, the takeaway from this message is we got to just get to a point in our lives where we're not going to let no one or nothing separate us from going hard for God, for going all in for God. We got to give him everything we got. We got to bring the Lord the best of us in everything we do for him. And when we get to the point of doing that, family, that is where we're going to find him. We can go to church 7 days a week, stomp, run, jump, and do all the things. But it's not until we have given the Lord our entire hearts that we find him. Because, family, we can't fool him, because he knows our hearts. So we can't be lukewarm with him either. We got to be all sold out for him. And it's at that point he's going to show up and we're going to find him. We're going to find him right in that moment when we've gotten to the point where it's nothing else left for us but God. When we know in our minds, in our hearts, in our souls that it's only through God and by God that we're even existing. And I've always, I tend to remind myself of this always. If it wasn't for God, that very next breath that I take, if he don't allow that breath to enter into my body, I'll never take it and I'll no longer be here. So when you think about it on that level right there, family, when you get to the point of knowing that each and every breath you take comes directly from God, it'll allow you to understand even more where you need to be giving your whole heart to the very person that controls all of that. He controls every single thing about us. He is the beginning. He is the end. He is the Alpha. He is the Omega. All things work at the hand of God. He is in control of every single thing that pertains to us. So that is the takeaway in that message. That is what the Lord wanted me to stress in that message. Give him all of you. He requires all of you. Just like on yesterday I spoke in the message, he requires an intimate relationship with you. The Lord isn't requiring you to put on airs for him and to put on this big front for him. He wants you to come exactly how you are. How you are right now is what he wants you to bring to him. And when you come, bring him all of your heart, not half of your heart, not 50 or 60% of your heart, but he wants your entire heart. And when you bring your entire heart to him, just as I read in Jeremiah 29:13, you will find him. You will find him in that particular moment when you bring your whole heart to him. So family, that is the takeaway to this message. Go ahead and surrender all to him. Bring everything of you to him. And most of all, bring your entire heart to him so that he may show up and show out in your life. But as always, family, I pray that this message reaches in whom it was intended to reach, and I pray that it blesses in whom it was intended to bless. Until next time, family, I love you. The Lord loves you even more. Be blessed.